Fiancé called me a whale when he thought I was sleeping. My first post on here, so sorry if this does make sense. I'm just so hurt and don't know what to do. A little background, I F26, and my fiancé M27 have been together 2 years. I was smaller when we met, but I have a medical condition that makes it hard to lose weight and was on medication that caused me to gain a bunch. He brings up how I should start working out and I'm going to lose my belly, right? And no. But then he will say how beautiful I am and that he loves me. He knows how self-conscious I am about my weight and how I don't feel pretty. I'm about 195 orbs. Last night I was hogging the blankets, I guess, and he tried to pull them from me to get some. When he couldn't get them, he said, of course, "I can't get any, you're a whale." He thought I was sleeping, but I was awake and heard it. I moved so almost all the blankets were off me and didn't say a word. Now it's the morning, and I'm lying here next to him, not knowing what to do. Any advice is greatly appreciated. Later, I was sleeping. I went to bed before him. When he came to bed, I woke up when he tried to get the blankets and called me that. I did move so he could get blanket. Confront him. Decide if it's worth staying with someone who has such a low opinion of you. Wonder what else is he saying behind your back? Please don't marry this guy. When people show you who they are, believe them. I know it's hard, but don't rationalize or excuse this behavior. It won't change and will only get worse. In my opinion, he half hoped you would hear that comment, and then he could play dumb like he thought you were asleep. Personally, I would need to take some space to process my feelings about such a gross comment, and I don't know if I'd be able to stay with someone who behaves that way. It doesn't sound like your health is his concern, just your appearance. That is not healthy. Long-term relationship material. I keep seeing these posts about women who are staying with men who don't even like them. Why are you doing that? I'd rather be alone than sacrifice my mental health for this asshole. You sound inexperienced. You break up. I know it sounds harsh, but it needs to be harsh. You can work on any and everything about yourself. You can love him to the moon and back. You can lose the weight. You can get a makeover. It doesn't really matter what you do, because there will always be that little voice in your head telling you that he thinks you're a whale. And whatever you do will never be enough to silence that mean voice. So do yourself and your self-esteem and your self-confidence a favor and break up before you start believing that you are the issue. Woman in my 40s, speaking from experience. He's resentful of you for whatever reason, but he's using you for something else. He doesn't want to let you go because then he'll go without. Whether it's your body or money, I don't know. But I can guarantee you, he doesn't love you. If you really love someone, you are not able to say things like that about them or to them. I also have a chronic illness disability that has caused me to gain a bunch of weight. My husband has never said anything like this to or about me, nor I him. That's not what love is. Yay, definitely don't marry the dude that's so effing toxic and not okay. Also, definitely make sure you speak to a counselor or therapist if you can. Self-love and positive body image is so important. I'm going through that now, after gaining 60 pounds from pregnancy that I haven't lost. And this isn't shifting blame or trying to make light of the situation at all, because this next bit is just curiosity. But if you were awake and felt him trying to get some blankets and tugging at them, why wouldn't you give him some of the blanket or figure out why he's pulling them? Dump his ass. Once they start with the fat jokes, things for me are over. Someone who truly loved you would never call you names like that. If you think his behavior is bad now, just wait until you're married. That's concerning, and very two-faced of him. I hope you two can talk about this issue in a healthy way, or that you can dump him and find someone who isn't so unkind. Please, please, please don't marry him. He doesn't respect you, and he won't at any rate. As a man and as a husband, I never in a million years would have said something like that about my wife. If he really loved you, he would be understanding, and love you no matter what. Preferences are fine. Verbally abusing your partner asleep or not isn't okay. He clearly doesn't respect you, nor could he love you if he could say something like that and make all those passive-aggressive comments. I personally don't think you should stay with him. I'm sorry, girl. You sound young. Those words aren't very kind coming from your partner. I don't think that action alone warrants a breakup. But it seems like he doesn't love you in that shape. And I tell you, throughout the years, your body will still have a lot of changes. Aging, pregnancy, illness. You will want and need a partner who loves you regardless of things you can't control. Break the engagement, get away, and work on yourself. Wow, he sounds like a total jerk. I say demote him from fiancé to stranger ASAP. A man that loves you would never treat you like that. Do you really want to marry a man who thinks so low of you? Personally, I'd leave him. Do my best to lose some weight. You don't need to do this part. I'm just petty. And when he comes crying back, tell him to get lost. You're still young. You have so much time. I would have woken him up by dumping a pitcher of water on his head and said, "Oops, sometimes my blowhole has a mind of its own." Then packed his shit and threw it out the door. Well, he has been hiding his true feelings, that's for sure. So, put your big girl pants on and have a serious talk. Tell him in no uncertain terms that he is free to leave. He knows why you've gained this weight, and if he thinks it is so important, I'd drop him. What an unfeeling jerk. Your partner is supposed to love and support you, not demean you. I would not stay with this man. Please do not marry this man, old peep. You need to confront him for what he said and break off your engagement. People who love you will not insult you like that. He is resentful, and his behavior is creepy.